Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kopi Club. And we're so sorry we've been so busy and we've been away for 2 months. People used to think that you have an episode every 2 weeks, but I was so busy and sick.
It's just surprise 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, you never know.
Okay, we're gonna promise that we'll try to be a lot more consistent. But anyways, we're
Life
back.
gets in the way. The haze gets in the way.
Anyway, today's episode was inspired after I watched Hey Tableau. It was so funny.
I
It was
watched
so random.
clip.
Okay, today's episode is about top 3 list because we don't have top 5.
Yeah, between the both of us, we're not going to be able to list 5. 选择困难症. I will be indecisive and we would take twice the amount of time if you want me to do 5.
Yeah, I cannot. I think I will have like every day my decision will be something different. But today, for the fun sake of it, we're not gonna tell each other what the list is until we ask each other what the list is.
Yes. Okay. Also, before we jump into the topic, I'd like to give a shout out. If you think that my quality of my audio sounds more crisp, this thanks to my friend Min, who gifted
Thank
me
you.
a new microphone for this for the pod. So
Yay!
she's part of the pod. So I said that I'm gonna give her a shout out. #spawn. First sponsor, only to
Thank
me.
you. Yeah, actually, the reason why we're doing this podcast was just purely because the two of us talk nonsense all the time in the gym.
Yes.
And also,
I think we terrorize the people in the gym. Because they look at us
how
like,
everyone look at
these
us like, are you okay? The conversation goes from like murder stories.
Are you doing a leg press? Are you talking about a dismembered body?
Oh yeah.
You know, body
Okay,
parts,
but it's
right?
so hilarious. It's what people should be talking about instead of like depressing issues in the world. Not as if we don't know the world is depressing, right?
Also
But we
low
can
key
have better
because when we
news.
talk about that, there's also the television with the CNA news telling you about the world. Depressing news.
Oh,
So we jump from topic,
yeah.
but like, oh my gosh, can you see this new AI thing? Oh my gosh, the war, and then suddenly like dead people.
Yeah, that's like topic for next time now. Okay, but anyway, let's get started.
My first topic is actually cartoons. So like I love cartoons. Okay, I just like
Cartoons.
things cutesy in general, and I was obsessed with a variety of cartoons. TV Child, Kids Central, Octo, you name it. But yeah, top 3 cartoons.
3. Wait, so the question here is, does Looney Tunes count as one, or like the different kinds of Looney Tune cartoons count as one? I think my top would be, oh, that's a bit challenging, Powerpuff Girls.
Slay on my list
Bubbles
as well. I
is
love
my
Powerpuff
all-time
Girls.
favorite.
Thanks. I used to relate to Blossom as a child because I was kind of obnoxious. Yes, but now everybody tells me I'm Bubbles because I don't know, maybe I'm a dumb blonde.
I always love Bubbles, right? Because she's so cute and sweet. But when she's angry, she's so angry.
That is true. I guess that's why my friends think I'm Bubbles. I also have like 2
I
bubble.
think you're very Blossom.
I am? Okay, maybe I'm
Actually, you
just
also got to be a Buttercup.
Maybe I am the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah. Followed by, I think, Tom and Jerry. Yeah. Even though I don't really understand, but Jerry is so cute and hilarious.
Said that 2 of my colleagues, shout out to my colleague who probably will not be listening to this, she said that the both of us, I coached the 2 of us who are of the same age are like Tom and Jerry, to which they say I'm like Tom. And I'm upset at 2 things because first thing, Tom never gets what he wants. And I'm just like, are you insinuating that I'm bullying my male colleague? Like,
oh, right, you're right.
But I grew up with no siblings, so probably I'm just
terror.
Yeah, I'm just terrorizing this guy.
The third one I think is Scooby-Doo.
Oh my gosh. Okay, which your favorite character?
Man, but I still have Sailor Moon in the list, but it's okay, top 3. Yeah.
Honorary mention can be Sailor Moon.
I love Sailor Moon also, but never mind about Sailor Moon.
Do the spinning thing, but I don't actually know how it works.
I love Sailor Moon too, but okay, let's just not categorize that as cartoon. It's not really cartoon, okay? I used to not like the character of Shaggy, about how he just runs away. But then I realized as I grew older, right, that's so real. That's what you should be doing. Run!
Yeah, when things get tough, sometimes it's not about solving the problem, it is knowing.
对, exactly. So just run. Actually, and then Scooby is just hilarious. So that's how I developed an interest in what do you call it, brown colored dogs. I used to I used to really want a brown dog.
I mean, Lala fits the bill, sort of.
Sort of, yeah, as she grew older, but that's not the point. Okay, yeah, so what about you? Top 3 cartoon.
I would put Powerpuff Girls on the list as well. I really liked it as a child. Cartoons. You said Sailor Moon's not considered, but I really like Doraemon as a kid. So I would still consider that as a cartoon because I used to watch it on TV. Also, because we watched the dub version, I never knew the original names in Japanese for these characters. In my mind, they are Doraemon, 大雄, 小夫, 冰箱,
Correct,
胖虎.
correct. It's
But
all in
they're like
Chinese.
Nobita. Sorry. No. But I really wanted a Doraemon. Come on, was it not ideal? He will help me solve problems. Then he has that 任意
Yes.
门 where he opens and I can go
His
on like immediate holidays.
can just take out anything.
I'm also like a Doraemon myself in a sense because I like to bring a lot of things in my bag. So,
Okay, true.
就
That's not the
百宝箱
same.
vibes.
Doraemon has everything. Really everything.
And he's such a great friend. I mean, through thick and thin, he just never left Da Xiong, even though Da Xiong low-key was a bit problematic. He was just over-reliant and couldn't do anything by himself. So
Yeah, you know the show actually ended, right? And Doraemon like left, or is it Tashong died? I cannot remember. But I was like, in cartoons, right? We need no endings. Do not
I
tell
did-
me Powerpuff Girl grew up or something. Then like the doctor, the professor died or whatever. I don't need to know. This is a cartoon. Why are we living in
did
real
not get
world?
to that stage.
Yeah, fortunately, you didn't. Okay, moving on to
Hey, no,
the
I got
third
one more. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the third one.
Yeah, okay, the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I love cartoons too much. But what came to mind was Totally Spies.
I love them too.
I tell you, we just needed some girl representation. I think the childhood or
That's
the younger version
true.
was like Pop-Off Girls, where like flying was like things like that. But the
Yeah.
gadgets in Totally Spies were to die
Yes.
for. And once again, I also liked the leader. Don't quote me
the
on
one
that,
with the
but
longer hair one, right?
then
The
they
red,
had,
orange
like,
color one.
conf that
Yeah. And then
back.
they always get the yeah. Ah, that was insane. Oh yeah. You're right.
I managed to set it as my message tone for a period of time.
Wow, that's
Just for
nice.
nostalgia's sake. But I wanted a phone like that. Or I wanted the Kung Fu moves. Did they have like a reboot or something?
It's so strange. Cartoons look a bit different now
Oh, don't get me
as
started.
than it was before,
Like,
and I don't. It lost its appeal.
No, even the thing is, I think a lot of TV shows or cartoons or not, they used to have a little bit more like 3D. You know, like the Shaun the Sheep concept, where they look like they're made of dough, and then now they all have become extremely 2D and flat, which is very scary. Like Bob the
don't know.
Builder is now
Like, why don't
2D.
you just play them the way it is? Anyway, only millennials will watch them.
Barney is too. Oh, I really like Teletubbies. Teletubbies is not really a cartoon, but
Teletubbies is not cartoon, but I love Teletubbies.
it has also become 2D, and they have babies. Make it make sense.
No, that's weird. I love Barney. The only regret I have in my life is I don't have a Barney doll, a toy, Barney toy.
Oh, I don't think
It's
I
what I
have
wanted
one.
all my childhood, but I never get it.
My favorite movie, or the only other movie that I ever owned from Barney, was like The Night Before Christmas. I used to watch it religiously before Christmas, and I've been trying to kickstart the routine again by finding a YouTube version of it.
Can't you find it on Disney Channel, Disney Plus?
I don't know. I've never searched.
Anyway, my
Okay,
turn. My
okay.
turn.
Yes,
I'm gonna start with something a bit more chill. Okay, I'm gonna choose what is the top 3 ice cream flavors that you would choose.
My gosh. I would say that my top one, regardless, would still be chocolate. Like, you can't go wrong with chocolate. I mean, you
You can.
can technically, but when it's right, it's amazing. Sometimes you just don't know. Like, even when there's a lot of choices, you just really want
Yeah.
to try chocolate. So when I go like places like, let's say they sell gelato and things like that, I will always be tempted to try the chocolate. Because in my mind, I'd be like, if the chocolate is good, everything else will not go wrong.
That's not entirely true, but okay.
Okay, but so I've actually gone with chocolate most of the time. I think when I went to Italy, I had chocolate. When I went to Melbourne, I also had chocolate.
Is it nicer than anything else? Like, so is Italy's chocolate ice cream nicer than Melbourne's?
I'm not a connoisseur. I can't tell, but I do
Personal
think
preference.
that a solid chocolate, it still hits the mark. Yeah.
Second one.
Second one, oh gosh, this is really hard. I like a good sorbet as well. Usually it's like either like a strawberry or a mango. Mango sorbet, sometimes they have a bit of a situation whereby it will either taste a little bit more artificial, like fake mango taste, or it tastes more like actual mango meat taste, which is what I had the other day. It was quite intense. I like a refreshing sorbet because sometimes you have ice cream on a hot day, but it also comes after like a dessert, after a very heavy meal. Then I
Yeah.
don't like to go for something really rich like chocolate. And
True.
a sorbet is a good choice. Okay, number 3. Maybe I'll go with a tea flavor, like hojicha or something. But honorary mentions are black sesame. Okay, so maybe we can actually choose 5. I like sesame and pistachio, but I thought pistachio wasn't okay. You know, pistachio is what it is. But my friend said she
Yeah.
had a very bad pistachio once, and I was like,
I actually think so. I actually agree that sometimes it tastes horrible.
on a funky day, just between you and me is corn.
Do you say corn?
Yeah,
My
why are you so
God.
offended?
I am highly offended. It's like, what? Corn is so
Hey.
strange. Okay, I accept. Can't remember where I had this ice cream. It was like a chocolate, really rich chocolate, dark chocolate as well. And then inside got chunks of chocolate chip. And that sounds like amazing to have right now. That's my top one. But I agree, sometimes it's too much.
That goes exactly well with the strawberry. The first time I had this combination-ish was at Venji.
My number 2, I don't know if people will hate me for this, but I like mint chocolate chip.
Ugh.
I love.
I am that's my vendetta. No. It's toothpaste.
I don't know where people think it's toothpaste. Okay, it only tastes like toothpaste when it's in chocolate form or anything but ice cream. So if it's ice cream, all's good.
Don't like mint other than in toothpaste.
Okay, fair. Number 3, I had a phase, right? I can't remember the name of the ice cream anymore. And my dad, it only cost me $1 if I remember correctly. My dad would have to come back from the petrol station with a few. I forced him to. Yeah, because I need to stock up my fridge. And it doesn't sell in like a box or anything in NTUC or whatever. It's just only in the 7-Eleven, Cheers.
Like, is it
Yeah,
in
the
a cup?
convenience stores or the. No, it's a stick kind, you know, the popsicle. Is that what it
Yes.
is? That one. Yeah. And then it had like kiwi flavor and strawberry. And I was obsessed because they taste a lot like the real natural taste kind of. Okay, I'm pretty sure they added
feel
sugar, but
like I kind of know what you're referring to.
I can't remember the name of it. Then after that, it went away. I think just gone. And then I had no ice cream to eat for a long time. Okay, that's our top 3. I think we went more than that. What's the next one on your list?
Okay, let's see. The one I want to really ask is the top 3 potato variations.
Potato variation.
Okay, let me explain. Everyone knows that potatoes are very versatile. So I want to know what kinds of potatoes you really like. I kind of had this conversation with my colleagues over lunch the other day, and a couple of them were swearing by loving every single form of potato. I'm not that kind of person.
No.
Exactly. This is why we're friends. Okay, no offense to my colleagues.
I
So
do
I
not
wanna know,
like
what are your top
mashed
3
potato.
options? Hey, okay, now we are not friends.
I don't like things that are mushy. So it's like a
Okay, it's a
complete
texture
no-no
thing.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
okay.
texture thing. But, I like boiled potatoes. Just, even if it's
Oh.
plain, I like it too.
Okay.
Like potato salad lah. So that essentially that's about the same, right? Boiled potato, then you put into sauce. Same thing. My number 1 should be grilled potatoes. The kind that's
Grilled?
slightly crispy and a bit flat.
Sliced?
That kind. No, probably squashed. You know, if you see on YouTube or like shorts or reels, they take those baby potatoes, then they just use a cup to mash it.
I mean,
and then
kind
it
of like a
becomes flat.
tapioca cake version, but potato.
Ish. And then you just grill it in the oven. That kind would be nice. A little slightly crispy, but you can still taste the texture of the potato. I also like pasar malam got those kind of like spiral kind.
The
What do you
tornado.
call that? Yeah.
Is it called
Then
tornado?
with the barbecue powder.
Okay.
I don't eat it often, but occasionally when I go out there with my friends to pasar malam, right, they will be like, okay, just share one. So it's a guilty pleasure that I do not have very often.
But we are on the exact opposite ends of the spectrum because I do
Ooh.
not like the tornado.
All right, I remember.
potatoes. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just find that it's very, the word's not cloying.
Difficult to
cloying
eat.
Sweet. I don't know whether it's the oil or just the flavoring. I'm just not a fan. My top 1 actually is mashed potatoes. I used to be obsessed with like the KFC ones when I was a kid.
Question.
Oh.
Is it because of the sauce? Or is it because of the texture of it? Or is it all?
I think for KFC in particular, it was the sauce. I really liked the sauce. And back
Okay.
then, when you order a large, they actually had like 3 mounds of potato that has shrunk over the year.
Yes. Yeah,
So that was
yeah.
good. But my mom also made her own variation of a mashed potato that was a combination of like boiling potatoes, mashing them, putting in, the cow's triangle cheese, the laughing cow cheese.
Yeah.
And she would
My.
boil like pork. I don't what's that thing called, pork loin. So she would make a broth out of that, pour that
Wow.
into the mashed potatoes with the cheese. And that was her variation of mashed potatoes. So that I really loved
Sounds
as a kid.
amazing.
The mashed potato that I don't stand for, that people used to like when we were children, was the 7-Eleven one. Was it 7-Eleven or was it
I
KFC?
know. I
I
hated
did
it.
not
It
like that.
tasted a little bit like flour or something like that,
I
if
don't
I
know what's
remember
at it.
correctly.
Was it like Popeyes? Popeyes was like a good one.
I don't know. I'm not a fan, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Then my second choice would be baked potatoes.
Oh, that's number 4.
So I like a solid potato that is baked. So the skin
Do you
is
like
also
the skin?
crispy. It depends. Sometimes I'll eat it, sometimes I don't. But
I'm a
like
huge fan of potato skin
melting
with
it with
potato.
like butter is amazing. I don't know whether you've heard of this, but like different potatoes have different uses. So it's like, for example, you want to boil soup, my mom will go to the market and ask them for like potatoes that are for like soup. But anywho, okay, my
Wow, I
third
didn't know that.
in line is like French fries. I like a good French fry. I'm
Okay.
not a huge fan of like truffle, no funky additions, just a solid French fry.
What about, is it like shoestring or is it like...
I would prefer thinner kinds, so like shoestring. McDonald's doesn't go right. I don't like twister fries. No. Crisp cut fries. No. Potato wedges.
Chris cut,
Absolutely
is it the
no.
chunky one, then like jagged line one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate potato wedges. Come at me, but I really don't like potato wedges. They're not crispy. I am also a crispy fry person. I know of friends who would keep their fries until they're limp and soggy. Oh my gosh.
I'm
Unfriend
a
no.
soggy fry fan.
If my fries get
But
soggy,
not,
I know who to pass them to.
but I don't like stale fries. So this is completely different. So sometimes my McDonald's, right, they come
It's
and
oil
the
based.
fries are not okay. If it's crispy, it's fine. Like, okay, not fried. You know the difference between crispy and fried? like really hard and
Like fried. Okay. Yes. The
yeah,
ones
that
that look
kind.
as
It's
if
not,
like they refried it 3 times.
yeah, that kind not what I want. That kind, right, is like Arnold's fries. But anyway, McDonald's fries usually is okay, that level. Then, if they take a bit longer to deliver, it's fine. It's just soggy. But I do not like stale fries. So like, do I want to expose these McDonald's? But anyway, the McDonald's around my place, we're very
Feedback.
particular. We order from Hougang Avenue 8 for a reason. Even Hougang Avenue 8 sometimes will disappoint us, but not really. And then we have a conclusion. It's because, right, the turnover rate in Hougang Avenue 8, right, is much higher than the neighboring ones around my place.
Mm.
And so the fries will not be stale. Because they would fry like a big batch. And then
Yeah, they keep
yeah.
it warm, but it isn't great all the time. I don't like
Then
it either.
it comes here and becomes stale. Why do you give me stale fries? I don't want stale fries. I don't mind a soggy fry.
They just need to fry less per batch.
Yeah.
Feedback.
The next one, I thought really hard about this, but I'm going to go with, what is the top 3 conspiracies that you believe in?
Ooh. Conspiracies.
Yeah, because I love conspiracy theories.
Wow. Okay, I've never really thought. I don't think I'm a very huge
Oh, you're
conspiracy
not? As a kid,
person.
I thought about so many different things.
But I would think that
Huh.
the theory that I would believe in is that if there were really aliens out there, that they're not interested in us because we're quite dumb. I think part of me does believe that there are other species out there, aliens or not, whatever you call them. Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that they will be bothered with us.
Okay, what else?
What else is considered a conspiracy theory?
Clones. No, so the conspiracy theory of cloning people. Yeah, that was a bit crazy. I remember we had like genetic mutation and stuff.
Is it like a Black Mirror? Also, any Black Mirror episode.
Actually, I didn't watch it. I should watch it. I love this kind of nonsense.
I watched select clips. I feel like what kind of scares me a little is the idea of implanting chips into human beings.
Crazy.
Because first things first, I feel like any foreign object in the body will kind of cause rejection. And this
Yeah,
comes
that's
with
true.
the idea of like implants, be it like plastic surgery, anything, things can happen.
Yeah.
And the fact that you put like a microchip in yourself, Also I feel like, yeah, I don't like the idea of it. You know, if you have implants in your body, if they can find serial numbers based on implants and will be able to identify
But
you.
but dogs have microchip. Cats
Hun, this is
too.
where I remind you that we are not pets.
Okay.
I get it. Because we don't communicate the same language as dogs. If they get lost, sure, chip works.
No, but why don't
Then what about a
actually I
chip?
think
A
right,
dementia
the
patient?
chip actually goes missing.
What, you mean in the body?
Yeah. So
Ew.
sometimes they cannot find.
People put it in their arms, no? Then they can like wave it and pay for stuff as well. What if someone kidnaps me and holds me hostage and then I just keep waving and then my money goes away?
What's this conspiracy theory? So interesting.
No, it's not conspiracy theory, it's a real life concern. Like, if people are concerned that people will swipe their money away on their card, then if you put your wallet on your body, people can hold you hostage and then you just keep swiping this chip in your hand. Like, how do you verify that? You know, phones, you have Face ID.
Isn't that what China's doing with the hand thing?
Yeah, but a chip means you just wave and you pay. How do you stop it? You have to use another device to stop it. So if I have no access to another device and I'm being kidnapped, then this chip in my body, then they're like, so I literally I can get a dismembered arm and they just wave their arm around me money.
Hey, the person who created this must have thought about this thing too. Otherwise, how does that work?
I sure hope so. Definitely not on me. I'm not creating the shit.
Yeah, but number 3, I will come up with the third one. Since young, I'm obsessed with knowing about UFO. Like I will read up about them, and then I want to know how they look like. Do they look like what we imagine UFOs to be? Then the presence of aliens. So like
I mean, like
talk
disc
about,
shapes.
yeah,
It's always like Area 51. Do you believe in Area 51?
correct. Do people believe in Area 51? That's for something I'm very interested in. I want to know how they look like. Do different parts of the space, what do you call it? Different galaxies have different kinds of aliens that look very different.
I just hope that they maybe look as friendly as Groot. I like Groot. I am Groot.
That's true. Yes, true. The last one is my personal conspiracy theory. I believe that things, right, will go missing and then they will come back again when
It's
time
not
is
goblin then a conspiracy theory.
right. Yeah.
Shit goes missing in my house as well. So what? Are there goblins?
No, so that's different. Your mom keep things for you and you don't know where they go.
Yeah, but socks. I have ever lost one sock and I don't know where it went.
No, you must hear mine out. So when I was in primary 1, my cousin from Malaysia gave me a ring. I remember how it looked like. And this cousin I like so dearly, right? He gave me the ring. I was like, oh, so cute. He gave me something. He gave my sister something. And then,
Whoa.
you know what? That ring, so that ring went missing. I mean, because I shifted house and I stayed here. So I shifted here when I was 7, right? So I don't know if I got it before, after, or during. But anyway, it went missing. And then in the layout of my room, went drastically different, because we don't have built-in stuff. And then one day, by the way, we clean our house regularly. But one day, when I was 17, I found it right under my bed. So the bed layout changed, everything changed. We changed our sheets all the time. We mopped the floor, everything. How come this ring appeared under my bed 10 years later?
I find
I
that
don't
these
know.
kind of things do happen. Like, you search high and low and then suddenly it's just like right under your nose, that kind of thing.
So where did they come from? Where did they go? Which black hole? Which thing is taking away my thing and
You
then
mean like
returning me?
so you believe that something kind of just like took it away and then at the opportune moment spat it back out?
Yeah. And most likely it's not ghost, it's probably something else. So I just want to know. Please tell me. And so please
don't
help me
know.
find all my other missing things.
Please spit it back out right now.
Yeah, like I need them. But okay, anyway. I can't remember where I put them. Or are they gone? How can they be gone? That's another question.
This one was also I asked Min for a recommendation and she said like childhood book series.
I have that in my list too, one of the many.
The top 3 that I read a lot were Enid Blyton. It was in a household with a lot of children and the children like to kick the table. So the table
Okay.
got angry, the table kicked them back.
Oh, I like this.
Habit.
I like this.
So I liked that Enid Blyton series. You talked about mysteries. My second, or like kind of in the top 3, is Nancy Drew. I really loved Nancy Drew. I can't really remember the plot for most of it. It's like murder mystery sort of. I also tried to write my own Nancy Drew. 0% creativity because it is 100% plagiarism.
It's okay, you didn't publish
The
it.
premise
You're a kid.
exactly the same. I kind of just changed the people's names a little bit, that kind of thing. Yeah,
That's
I
very
really
smart.
like Nancy Drew. And on
Number
the
3?
same
Mm.
stream of thought, what's that thing called? Geronimo Stilton.
You read Geronimo Stilton?
Yes, I had a couple of the books that I think I ended up selling at like a
Oh,
flea market. And I must say, back then, the quality of the books were much better because they had like embossed covers where the Geronimo Stilton book title was like raised.
really?
Yes. But I must say, my honorary mention is a dog called Spot. So it's a yellow
Is that a...
puppy with brown spots.
Oh, okay. That's
I
interesting.
loved this book as a kid so much. I loved a particular one so much. I went to the library, I borrowed the book. I was like, Mommy, I really love this book. She's like, you go ask the librarian whether you can buy the book or not.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then
My mom
did she
my mom was
did the librarian say yes?
no. What were you expecting? You know, very hard to find a book. If the book is not popular, the book doesn't exist. So my mom said,
Got
just go ask the
Kinokuniya that kind
librarian.
what? Was
I
it
don't
Times
know. My mom
bookstore?
was not very resourceful.
Okay, my number one, and till today is still my number one. It is a series of unfortunate events. Our school has a beautiful library. And in the library, right, the best part about being a librarian is after your duty, you can just read books. The nerd gen in me is the happiest person in this world in the library. Sometimes a librarian will choose books for me. I'll be like, yay! Okay, I read a lot of Annie Blyton, but to be honest, right, I cannot remember them. I enjoyed them, but other than Noddy, I don't remember much. The top one definitely is a series of unfortunate events. The way it was written, until today, I still love Sunny. The three
Never read that.
characters.
Is it the one
So-
that got converted, like it translated into a movie?
Yeah,
Was
but
it?
it's not great. I watched the
What the-
movie and I watched the drama. It's not great.
Oh, there's a drama as well.
You cannot translate it into anything. The story is amazing, and I think what the story itself is simple. It's too simple for you to create it into a show. Because when it comes to a show, right, it becomes too fast forward and it becomes boring in that sense.
I
So
guess
the
that's the
impact was
beauty of
much
reading, right? You kind of pace yourself, like it's your own pace.
correct. So with the show, what was great about the show was that it's not the cliche where Violet is the eldest daughter, followed by the second child, I think it's called Klaus, and the third one is called Sunny. Sunny's a baby. Sunny, she's very fierce, even though she has a cute moments, but
Baby.
she's a baby. Klaus was more into reading, and he's the smarter one. The elder sister, on the other hand, she's into fixing things, if I remember correctly. The story is amazing because there's a lot of underlying secrets that they uncover because they're all underage. So they have all this wealth from their parents, and then the guardians who took them in, one after another died because of the villain Count Olaf. And so anyway, that's the gist of the story. And the backstory is that they are inside some kind of secret organization or whatever. And the way the whole story is written and revealed with a narrator narrating the story. So that was why I think a series of unfortunate events was very well written. And it's exactly 13 books because you know how unfortunate the number is, 13. So I thought this was very smart. Then the second one would be unfortunately, I didn't put Harry Potter inside. I love Harry Potter the movie, but I'm not a fan of the books. Just
These
because
Potterheads are going to come after me. I did not read Harry Potter.
I did. I liked the story, but I think it didn't give me that same impact. The second one, I think, would be this book called The Chinese Cinderella. This was recommended to me by the librarian.
That was my that was my literature book in secondary 2.
Is it? So this book
Yes.
was
It's like the girl being
recommended to me.
abused.
Yeah, I told you I don't like these kind of stories, right? But that one was so impactful. And
Kinda
then
stuck with
actually
you.
at that age, right, my teachers recommended us a lot of these kind of books. There was another book called The Child Called It. And I think I read a little bit of that and I cannot continue because it was so intense.
Like those were like the staples when we were teenagers or like preteens.
And the third one, I just not had it in my head, but now it just went away. Okay,
Is it
but
like mystery, magic.
yeah, I'm a huge fan of mystery.
Yeah, you like fantasy. I grew up to not
Yeah.
enjoy fantasy.
I don't like anything too real. If it's so real, like don't tell me. But at the same time, I read a lot of those famous five whatever, but I don't remember the stories at all. So I think number 3 I will choose. God, I read so many. I don't even know.
I must say Enid Blyton also had a series called Amelia Jane. The naughty Amelia Jane.
Yes. Okay lah, my number 3 I'll
yeah,
put it
yeah.
as Noddy just because I can't remember.
Naughty had
everything else.
books?
Noddy have books. I used to go to
That's
the library and be
cute.
like, Noddy, and I had to pick all the Noddy series.
Okay,
Noddy, the character
but
itself
it's
is
cute.
interesting. Yeah, I'll pick Noddy.
She's kind
Number
of like
three.
a 鬼灵精怪的
Yeah,
child-ish
it
that
just
can drive a
exposed how
car.
nerdy I am.
So is Noddy is Noddy underage driving?
I just think that Annie Blyton is so interesting with the different series that she wrote. And she was my childhood. She taught
I
me how to
thought
read
Enid was
English.
a guy. I grew up to
Oh, that's
realize that
true.
Enid is a female name.
I know, right? But anyway, when I didn't know this, but when I was a kid, my mom brings me to the library a lot. But then when she's working, right, I don't have the chance to go. And back then Sengkang don't have library, so I would drag my Filipino cousin who was here to study, and he's older than me, legal. Ha! So he was being dragged by me. This story he tell me one, I cannot remember. I dragged him to Hougang Mall library. Just to borrow books. I was like, don't worry, I'll bring you. You just need to be here. Yeah, so the last time I went with your dad to the Philippines, right? And then he picked us up and he was telling us this whole story about my childhood. How about how she loved to read? Oh my god, I still love to read. Obsession. It's an
Some things
obsession.
never change. Okay, wait, I want to interrupt you here real quick. So I suddenly remember, you know how our previous conversation was about like conspiracy theories, and I just for the life of me can't recall any. But I wouldn't think that these are exactly conspiracy theories, but I get very intrigued with the theories about how certain cartoons mean certain things. So what comes to mind is that like I think the most common one is how Winnie the Pooh has often been interpreted as like the characters representing different mental health troubles.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about that until I was older.
Yeah. So I guess what I can remember is I think Tigger is ADHD because he never stops. I think it's quite stereotypical, but still Tigger is ADHD or it's like depression. I can't remember specifically for like Owl as well as I only remember I think Rabbit is supposed to be OCD.
Okay, I don't know much about the cartoon, but yeah.
Yeah, but those that's one of that. And then the other one that I recall from a cartoon is actually Rugrats. So Rugrats is these whole bunch of like kids, right? And there is an oldest girl, I think she's called Angelica. And somehow or rather, I think if I don't remember wrongly, they said that the theory was that um the other children probably didn't exist or something. So it was like all in Angelica's mind or something.
So she
like
was
this.
like hallucinating them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were theories about what that other cartoon called Fairly Odd Parents.
Talking about this, right? There is also another conspiracy theory. Not conspiracy theory, but theories about how every single Disney princess stories were actually very dark stories. And then they were like Disney fight into.
Yeah, because the Grimm brothers' tales all had bad endings. They all, I think, originated from there. So it's like Cinderella, for her stepsisters, in order to fit into the glass slipper, they actually chopped off their own toes. Yada yada. Yeah, it's all kind of horrendous in that way.
Don't ruin my Disney childhood. One last one. Okay, actually I think it would be, since we're on the story of like storybooks, I think it gets me very excited. But what is the top 3 drama series or movies? I'm just gonna include 2 because we don't want to have just one. That would be too hard for me. This is intense.
Drama series or movies?
You gotta tell me why they are your top. Okay, so it does in drama and movies, right? You gotta include the fact that way they film, the lines, whatever.
I'm very bad with dramas, but movies, as I told you, which is why I partially kind of didn't want to tell you or spoil it this afternoon, was that I really like James Bond.
No, I like James Bond too. I like it better than
feel-
Mission Impossible.
Oh my god, yes, preach. That's what I wanted to say. I feel like there are two fields of people. There are people who live for Mission Impossible and there are people that really like James Bond. And the irony is that I've seen British people come for James Bond and then they are for Mission Impossible. I don't know. I get the charisma of like Tom Cruise, but
my grandmother loved Tom Cruise. She always call him 汤姆哥哥. What the 汤姆哥哥 come from, but she loves Tom Cruise.
My childhood Kong Kong chill was Pierce Brosnan. Come on.
Who?
So
Sorry, I'm
Pierce
not good with names.
Brosnan.
Husband. Oh, Pierce Brosnan. Yes, I live with that James Bond.
And they really had, once again, the cool gadgets, the tech. Maybe I just wanted the tech. I wanted to be James Bond. He's supposed to be this like charismatic ladies man.
He's very charismatic. Very
Yeah, I didn't really sign up for that, but I was very, very interested in like the cars, the Aston Martin, the whatever nonsense. I liked that. I took some time to adjust to Daniel Craig. But then I really liked Ben Wishaw's character, which is like the new Q,
Yes.
because the Q is not older. But I must say I'm not very well versed in it, because people will really go back to like Goldfinger, you know, like very old era with the transatlantic accent kind of James Bond. Nah, not my
Sorry,
cup of
I
tea.
also don't know. I think I started with Pierce Brosnan. But
That was, yeah, exactly. Drama. I'm so awful with
Goldfinger, okay, I
dramas.
know what you're talking about now.
That song
Okay.
that goes Goldfinger.
Okay, never mind, never mind.
This microphone's not
moving
made for
on, moving
singing.
on. Number two.
I had time to think about this, and I didn't think much about the drama.
Okay, never mind. I can go first. My number one, I think, is Greatest Showman. That movie. Okay,
Ooh.
actually I'm a person who do not rewatch my show. I do not rewatch my movies, but I love Greatest Showman to the point where I went to the cinema, watch it once, right? Came home, blast the music like crazy. Then I brought my family and watch it again second time. First of all, I love Zac Efron. Then I love the whole show. That was like, and then the second one is Les Mis. Les Mis, the movie, also with Jackman. It just so happened it's Hugh Jackman, but I love the story and the way it was filmed. Recently, I've been thinking about it, right? Based on my recent preference, right? Number three would be Trunk. You remember the story I told you about? I felt that
Twist.
Trunk was so deep. But I think a lot of people didn't like it because of how slow it was. But I like how deep
Build
it
up.
was. How everything was so interconnected and everything is like, wow.
Okay.
And so I was obsessed. And I think till today, I'm still quite obsessed with it.
Okay. If I were
I
to
have a
think
number
of like,
four.
Okay, sure, hit me up.
Number four is Moving. I super like it. Yeah, Moving.
I've never heard of that.
Oh really? It's a supernatural. Well, not supernatural, no lah. It's like fictional fantasy kind of movie, but I like how the story is a little bit like Heroes from the past. You know, the Angmo one. But this one is like, it's very well written and it's very well done and it's very well planned out, and it is apparently properly planned. So they released I think 7 episodes first. Then it was like two, then 3. So when I watched it, it was like, oh, I can feel why he planned it this way, because you need 1 week to digest this whole 2 episodes, that kind of thing. So it was like very well done. It was very well shot. It was very well written, and the acting, everything was so good. And by the way, my friend was like, "Do you realize they got no OST?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "Okay, this is like." I have number 4 and I have number 5 and number 6, but I think I'm going very far. It's like I'm a TV. Okay, now you know. I'm not just a book reader. I love to watch TV also. That's how I do at home.
Yeah, I'm a moving picture person. I feel like I could broaden the scope of movies that I watch. I think I watched most of the Marvel series during like the Avengers series.
Yeah.
If you ask me to choose a character, I'm an Iron Man girl. I think the trend is I just like the tech and the gadget.
No, same. I like DC Batman because of Batman's cool cars and motorcycle and all the things that he have. And you know what? He's human.
Or do I like tech? Maybe it's a tech. I like
And
the
then
money.
he's rich.
Exactly. I like the money. I like the butler.
High five!
The butler.
So
I
we're
wanted
on the same
butler.
page.
Yeah. I really liked Hotel Transylvania.
That one was quite funny.
It was funny and I thought that it was cute. There was also a little bit more of like the human element. I guess to kids it's just humor, right? I think the recent one that I really liked from Pixar is it Elements? Elemental? No,
I don't know. I didn't watch.
the
Not
one
a
with
fan
the
of
fire
Pixar.
and the water one. So
No, I
basically,
didn't watch.
they were 2 characters. One is the female character is fire. They live in a world of different elements, and the fire fell in love with the water. Typical.
No, that's the worst kind.
But it's also
They cannot
kind of
get
finding,
together.
and also they did. So it's kind of finding yourself. She was supposed to kind of inherit her parents' business that sell fire related things, but she really wanted to do something else that people didn't really agree to. But then the water character saw something different in her, and they actually wanted to help to hone her skills in glass making. The premise is that these fire characters had moved into the city, so they were also immigrants.
Okay.
So the whole representation of the fire family is that they were immigrants trying to fit in. They didn't gel well with the other characters because they're deemed as like foreign. They're so dangerous. They burn things. The other characters were water, you know, like wood. Then it's her becoming of self, and then also kind of like finding love with this water character, and how they they were, at first they were being like denied from each other, how they came together and found ways to interact correct. I think Pixar movies do very great representations of delivering such societal issues in a very digestible manner. So that's why we like. If you were to say drama, I've been very hooked on Bones. I really like The Slow Burn. I have been very bad at dramas in general. I gave up on so many dramas. Bones has 246 episodes and I actually passed the 100th episode mark. So I'm getting
Well
somewhere.
done, well done. I think the reason why we worked out so well is just because I love to read and then I love to tell and then I cannot remember.
I don't really remember my shows either. Sometimes I forget the character's name also. If you're listening to this and you have never watched Bones, please go and find out the different interns. The interns, they are super funny. They have like depressed Fisher. I liked Vincent Nigel Murray because he's this British boy that apparently he... It's all the latest episode.
Is he the one that
What's that?
spouts nonsense every time whenever he feels like it?
Yes! Oh my gosh, you remember? I feel hurt.
Actually, shows in the past are funnier. I feel like these days is like
Also, they
lackluster.
don't really have a filter. I think
Yeah, I don't
now
know.
there's just too much. But back then it was insane.
How
But
come?
yeah.
How come in the past you thought there's more discrimination, there's a lot more prejudice, stereotypes, and then today we are breaking all these stereotypes and everything, but shows are not getting more exciting.
Have you not seen like back then women could be in like leotards doing exercise shows and now they'll be deemed scandalous, you know?
That's so strange. I thought we were talking about like body image and whatever. I don't know how many lists we came up with. I think we got a bit too excited.
We
Every
should pose
single
a
time.
question to the people listening to us. My last question, what are your favorite or top 3 exercises to do? But I feel like that's quite
Exercise.
late.
Okay, you know what? We should post this question. What are the top 3 things? It must be interesting. Not interesting, don't tell us.
No,
What
we wanted to do bottom 3.
No, you gotta find out what other top 3 people have. Like what other interesting top 3 questions I should be answering.
Hey, I thought you meant like when people can ask us to answer. No, I want
Yeah,
to
they should
answer
ask me. They
what
should
are your
tell me
bottom
like what
3?
other top 3 things that I should be answering. And maybe somebody will give me very interesting ones.
Don't
Top
think for
3.
them.
Yeah, true. Okay, go figure it out and then tell us. Anyway, I
Yes.
finished my drink, so just in time.
I drank
for
nothing.
the end of the kopi session. And thank you for listening. It's very chaotic, but that's just how we are.
Thank you. If you like the sound of this microphone, please hit me up. I'm gonna send you a Shopee link.
Do we need to open another account for this, like Instagram account for this? I don't know. I think I'm lazy to entertain this, but
Please.
I will if there is a demand.
I want to get
And okay.
sponsored. Putting it out there.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Putting it out there, manifesting, right? So
Yes.
we shall see. So okay, I'm gonna try to put this on YouTube as well. Hopefully,
All
I get
right.
it
You
done.
can. I have a separate YouTube account that I never posted anything on, but yes.
Okay, so there's that. I'm just gonna use my usual account. Anyway, we'll see you next session, and hopefully it's not too long. Bye.